Hi everyone, my name's Rick from Sheffield Board Games Club. Today I'm doing an unboxing of this is what I've just recently received from Bezier Games. It's the Castles of Mad King Ludwig Royal Collector's Edition. So this was a Kickstarter that I backed a while ago. It was funded in February 21, so it's taken about a year and 6 months to get here. So I'm actually filming this in September 22, so it's just over a year to get this through with post. It's a game for 1 to 5 players. It's a reprint of the original Castles of Mad King Ludwig game. It should take between 60 and 90 minutes to play. Designer is Ted Alspach and it's from Bezier Games. So this is the first time I've seen this. I've not seen any other pictures or videos or anything. So this is a bit of a surprise to me. I'm not quite sure what's going to be in here yet. So let's see if we can get this out of the box. It's quite a tall box because I think it's quite a lot in here. Obviously, with it being a Kickstarter, it's got all the components in there, metal coins, things like that. So I'll have to see exactly what's in there. So here's a picture of the back of the box. So it gives you the contents of the bottom there, all the tiles, the boards, and everything. A bit of a description about the game itself. So I have played this before. I played the standard edition and I really enjoyed playing it. I think it's a great game. So hopefully this will be a good one to add it to the collection. Box looks beautiful, really nice artwork and everything on it. So pretty chuffed with that. That looks great. Let's see if we can get inside some of this shrink wrap here. I'm always a bit afraid of cutting the shrink wrap off because I don't want to damage the actual box itself. So I'll be careful with the knife there and just cut the plastic and not the actual box. I think Bezier Games, they also did another Kickstarter. They did the Suburbia Collector's Edition. So that's a similar sort of thing. They took like the base game, the standard game that is available in most places, and sort of did a Kickstarter with all the expansions in and the extra components and all the expansions and everything. So this is a similar sort of thing that they've done with this one. They've sort of reprinted it with new artwork and a new design and everything, but it's basically the same game. It's the same as it was before. So that's the lid off. So first thing we've got in here is a Bezier Games product catalogue. So I think you get this with most of their games. It's just a sort of list of all their games that they publish. Oh look, Castles of Mad King Ludwig. So that's the standard edition by the looks of it. Yeah, that's the standard one. I think this is coming to retail as well. You will be able to get this. We will be able to get this in the shops. So it's nothing special. Obviously there'll be a couple of bits and bobs in the Kickstarter that's slightly different. So rules book, full colour A4 rule book there. It looks like it's quite a big rule book. It's quite thick, but a lot of it is like descriptions of the cards and the tiles and things like that. So there's the clarifications in the back there. The actual game itself is only like 4 or 5 games. Oh, there's a solo game mode as well. So I mentioned you can play it from 1 to 5 players. So these give you an explanation of the expansions and how they play, some description of the tiles, the actual gameplay itself. So these, I believe, are the player colours or the player starting tokens, the foyers. So when you start off, you start building from this tile. So you can see the exits there. You've got like exits at the top and the bottom that you put the rooms next to. And there's different colours for each of the players, so you can choose a player colour. Player board. This is shrink wrapped as well, so I'll just get this out of the shrink wrap. Yeah, with the Suburbia Collector's Edition, they did loads of coloured player tokens. So whatever your favourite colour is, you can basically pick and choose what colour token you want when you're playing the game. They don't just have the standard colours like red, green, blue, yellow, whatever. They've got a whole load of different ones, and I think it's very similar in this one. So we'll see that. We'll see that shortly. So these are the main boards. You can see here that they've got like indentations on there for the different pieces. So these will open up and you'll put the playing pieces into the indentations. The bottom bit there with the numbers, that's the where you put the tiles that are up for sale. Score tracker on the outside, and then on the back side there's like a lake, a frozen lake kind of art artwork. So it's the same sort of thing. It's just like a preference of which side you want to play on. And that's an extension to the board. So these are kind of indented, so you put the trays kind of in the board, and they should fit in there and not kind of move around. And then the King's Favours, I think they call there like poker chip tokens. They fit in those round holes there. A nice thick board there for the central board. Yeah, like a double layered board. So next we've got the Master Builder token. So this is like the player who's sort of arranging the tiles as they come out. So you can see there it's a nice chunky token, painted on both sides. So I've got like an imprinted image of the actual castle. So very nice. Like wooden token. So these are usually sellotaped up, so I'm guessing they've got some sellotape on the edges there somewhere. So I'll just need to cut that off. Yeah, there we go. Try and get that out. I might need the penknife again. Again, be careful not to cut my fingers or damage the actual components. So let's get that out of there. And then one on the other side. There we go, cut that one. If it'll cut. It's not a very sharp penknife this, so it takes a bit of doing. There we go. So put it to one side for a second. So these are the trays that you get with it. So basically the rooms go in these trays here, and then they kind of fit on the board. So some packs of cards there. Some trays. It shows you how many players you need. Cards for each number of players. Plastic trays. This one holds the player tokens, some more cards there. I'll open those shortly. So a nice plastic kind of holding thing there for the tokens, cards, trays, things like that. So these are the rooms. What you fit on the board. Again, you can see the imprinted there. They've got the number of tiles that needs to go into each section by the number of players, so you don't have to guess or get the rulebook out. It's all there, sort of ready to be set up. So I'll take that bit out. Let's have a look at some of what's in this box here. Get the sellotape off this one as well. Okay. So that's a nice sort of cover art there with a kind of logo on top. Game Trays logo there. I don't know if you can see that very well. So on this one we've got another tray, and then we've got these plastic buildings. So these are the Towers expansion. These got placed on the board if you're playing with these. These are like an optional expansion that you can play with. I believe you can optionally play with them up to 5 players. If you're playing with 5 you have to play with them, but these are like nice like pre-painted plastic kind of towers that you fit on your board. So these will all match up to your castle as well. As you're building your castle you'll obviously get these and put those in place. And you can see the entrances on the bottom there. The entrances need to match up with the other tiles that you've drafted. So some nice plastic components there. Let's have a look at this one. Sort of a dark tower, a bit of gothic, that one. Again, you can see it's nicely coloured and painted and everything. Give you a close up of that. So it's looks quite nice. And then this is a bit of a thinner sort of oblong shaped one, and that nice pastel yellow kind of colour. Yep, so they're pretty good. And then I'm not sure what this one is, some kind of garden enclosed in like a clear dome or something, or a greenhouse maybe, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, you can see the pathways there coming off it. They're attached to your castle when you place it. You can see that it's got like a garden inside it, or like trees or something. Weird. And then another tray for holding tiles on the actual board there. So these all fit in nicely into this insert. They've all got their own place in that insert. So these are just plastic trays. These hold the actual pieces. So once you've punched out the boards, they all fit into these actual slots here. You can see the numbers in the bottom there. They relate to the value of the tiles. So there's some packaging in here. Let's see what's in there. Yep, stairs going there. The different room values. So 600, 400 and so on. 400 and so on. So I believe these are the tokens for the Swan expansion. So this comes with a couple of expansions already in there. This is the swans that go with the moats. So you've got some swan tokens that are like acrylic plastic kind of tokens. So they're double-sided. They've got like a swan on one side, like a coloured swan, and they've got a kind of flower picture printed on the other side. Quite nice. Let's try a different colour. Yeah, more of the same sort of thing here, just a different shade, more orangey those ones. Not quite sure how the expansion works. I'll have to read through the rulebook and have a look through it and see how they work. There's some more there, different colours. And then in the bottom we've got some more game trays. So these are the moats. So you start off with a moat if you want to play with that expansion. These were like an upgrade as well. These are again like double layered, so they kind of stick out a little bit. I think in the base game they were just like plain flat cardboard, but you can see there they've got like a bit of an indent and top section there. So 5, one for each player, and then there's some tiny little connecting pieces there. They look like hallways or connecting floors or something like that. Some smaller ones as well. That's those. Again, a nice tray to fit them all in, so they all fit in nice and neatly in there. And then let's have a look at this one. This is quite a heavy one. Yeah, this has got all the coins in it and the player markers, and they're like poker chip things as well. So let's see if we can get into this. So some score markers for the keeping track of your score. Turquoise, kind of greenish turquoise colour there. Those bits in the bottom, I think they're just weights. They look a little bit like magnets, but I don't think they're magnetised. I think they're just weights to keep them from sort of toppling over and falling over all the time. So when you put them on the board and you're moving them up and down the score track, they shouldn't fall over. They should keep the right way up. So whatever player colour you want to play as, there should be a token sort of pretty close to the colour that you want. I believe some of those were stretch goals as well. Some of the extra player colours and sort of styles. And then these like poker chips, like big thick poker chips. These fit on the board in those circular kind of spaces that we saw before. So they've got like printed stickers on them, and then they kind of slot in any leftover ones, slot in the holder there to hold them. So you kind of shuffle those up, put them in there, and then draw them sort of randomly off the top. So quite a lot of these different ones. And then I presume you get like bonuses for these things, so it mixes it up each game, keeps it slightly different. And then these are some of the metal coins. So these look quite nice. They're only quite small coins, but they are quite thick. So they look pretty cool. They've got the swan on one side, and the actual number of the amount of it on the other side. So I believe these are thousands. So the 5,000s and the 1,000s. The swans go in those sections there. And then finally in the bottom here we've got a load of punch boards. So these are all the tiles. So they're actually coming out already. So when you're building your castle, these are the pieces that you sort of build your castle up from. So you can see there some of the castle pieces. So let's have a quick look at that one. They're really easy to come out. They're actually coming out on their own. They're to punch out of the board. They've got a price on the back, the value rather on the back. So they're the type of tile as well. They've got some icons for gameplay purposes. Let's have a look at these ones. They're actually just falling out of the punch board. That's good. At least you don't have to sort of force them or push them out. So that's that one. Kitchen. And then we've got a tapestry chamber, a billiards room. So you can see a billiards table there on the left hand side, gallery of mirrors. Let's get this next one out. Yeah, they're all pretty much similar sort of things here. So I like how they're all different. They've all got different sort of names and rooms and things. Lots there to punch out. So they'll all sit nicely in those trays. Those trays that we were looking at earlier. These will all fit into those specifically in the right places. And they're all different shapes because when you're building your castle, you have to kind of sort of place them next to each other, like entrances to entrances or hallways and things. So that's the arcade. That's like a Kickstarter one. You have to look pretty closely to see the artwork on them, but the main thing is those icons in the middle that'll give you points. Yeah, let's have a look at this one. So I've got some player aids here by the look of it. Yep, some player aids for the players. So room completion awards, and then on the back you've got some actions. This is how the game works. So on your turn you do those 4 actions. How the scoring works. There's a bit of a player aid that shows you like how it all works and to remind you what the actual icons are for. So I like how the icons are pretty clear and straightforward. They like that white colour on the background, so they're not like really artistically and kind of mixed in with the rooms. They are quite straightforward and easy to see, which is good. Some extra moat pieces there, some bigger rooms. Falkenstein Tower, some more player aids. And that's it, that's the bottom of the box. So let's have a look at some of the cards that we've got here. So there's 3 decks of cards. So again, not quite sure what these do yet. I'll have to read through instructions, but let's open a couple up and see what's inside them. If I can find the edge of it, the pull tab. There we go. So these are like extra scoring cards by the look of it. So again, these are like really straightforward and nice to look at, nice clear information. I like the colour on these as well, that kind of royal purple colour, that's really nice. And the gold bronze kind of edge things. Let's have a look at these ones. These are like an orange kind of colour. Yeah, these are bonuses as well by the looks of it. 3 points for every one of your food rooms. Private bonuses for scoring extra points. So they'll fit nicely in the card holders. Let's have a quick look at this one. These are really nice quality cards as well. These are nice thick cards with a kind of a linen finish. That's really nice. Yeah, so these are the room cards. So when you draw cards off here, it'll tell you which stack to pull the rooms off. So like that 100 there, if you draw that card out, you'd take one of the 100 shaped rooms and then put that in the middle of it for sale. So that's all the cards. So that's pretty much it. I don't know how I'm going to get all this back in the box. I'll have to sit and sort it all out, I think, but I'll just do a bit of a zoom out here so I can see all the stuff that you get with this box set. So quite a lot of stuff here. So that's all there is. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. My name's been Rick with the Sheffield Board Games Club, and that's been the unboxing of the Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye.